Hey guys, Nick Kellar, Greg Brock, another video blog for you today. Appreciate you joining us. Today's might run a little longer in full disclosure just because what we wanted to share with you or talk to you about today was a little more complex, a few more moving parts, but absolutely a topic we wanted to cover, and that is how to buy and sell your current home in today's current market. And we wanted to actually start why you shouldn't try to purchase a home before selling your house.
The reason you shouldn't buy before you sell is, first of all, you might not even qualify, so it might not even be an option. And even if you did, paying two mortgages very risky, especially if you don't know how long that can be. I mean, we average around how many days on market now?
I mean, less than a month. So
less than a month, but we do have those outliers, and we can't always guarantee a certain amount of days on market. So not knowing is very risky, and we wouldn't want to put you in a bad financial state.
Yeah, and it's also important to know too is that you may still be able to qualify for another mortgage, but the current mortgage on your current house is going to impact your purchasing power. So you may not be able to have the full purchasing ability that you would normally have if you didn't have that mortgage on there. So
right.
You might not be able to afford the house because that you want because you have this other mortgage.
And then there's always Murphy's Law. So the worst case scenario would be while you have both those mortgages, you have some kind of distress in one of the properties, and you've got to come up with cash, and you don't have it because you're in a distressed situation and you stretch yourself too long.
Yeah, always applies.
Yeah.
So the first thing you should do, that's why you shouldn't do it, but the first thing you should do is consult with a real estate professional. This is really just to lay all the cards on the table and come up with a strategy based on your goals,
right,
and set a timeline. Along with that first step is setting the deadlines and planning and scheduling when you're going to sell and when you're going to buy, so that you're clear about when you're going to do each stage. And you really take this big convoluted transaction and put it into bite-sized pieces.
Absolutely. Another suggestion would be to hire a home inspector. Now, the good thing about this is this will mitigate any issues down the line that could create additional stress during the buyer's home inspection. You're kind of just preemptively going around that process and making sure that you are aware of what's going on in the property and hopefully taking steps to make that right. Third one would be meeting with a stager. Now, if you're working with Atlas, you'll probably be working with Ashley Frush of Ashley Frush Designs, Ashley Frush Interiors, either way. She's awesome. She walks through your home with you and then gets you a report that will go room by room, that will tell you what her suggestions are.
So really we're talking about positioning, and this is spending the bulk of your time putting your efforts into positioning your home so that it is attracting the most amount of buyers so that you can sell in the shortest amount of time, versus looking at houses and trying to prep your house for sale. And you probably have a life outside of that too and work. So just really focusing your efforts on positioning your home so that you're in the best place possible in the current market.
Speaking of positioning, pricing your home correctly to go on the market. Now, this is when your experienced real estate agent is going to come into play, and this is really, really important because a lot of sellers will have this mindset that we're going to want to test this market at this price and see what happens. Doing that at a big price jump above where a real estate professional is suggesting it is likely going to end up in a lot of days on market and less money in your pocket in the long run.
The next thing is really just selling your house. So this is getting it on the market, getting collective feedback, making sure you keep the house clean, presentable, and all of this until we get an actual contract, right? An offer. And then at that point, once you have an offer on your house or you start getting some traction with the market, that's when you probably want to start layering in, looking at other homes that you might want to purchase.
Correct.
So that you can try to do both at one time at that point.
It actually works out really well as we go right on the market, because our hope is that as we get on the market, you're going to start getting some showings and you have to get out of your house anyway. I like to take that time up with going to see your next homes.
Right.
So as your home goes on the market, we go out and we start looking at homes that interest you. Hopefully we find something quickly. And then if you watch our other video, you'll watch and find out how to make your offer more competitive.
Right. And you also want to think about filling the gap between selling and buying. So if you have somebody come, and this comes in with the conversation with expectations. So if you sell your house really quick and they want to settle in 30 days and you haven't found anything, do you have a contingency plan with where you can move, whether it be in-laws or parents or a sister or a brother,
apartment?
It's just some short-term rental. We want to kind of have those conversations from the get-go so that if the ideal situation comes, we find the right buyer, they offer the right terms, but they need the house quick, you're not caught kind of in a bind.
Right.
The foundation for this is it's really good to start planning ahead, doing so with somebody who has experience doing it, like a real estate professional, them involving their team of stagers and home inspectors, so you limit any potential surprises. And you basically go at this knowing that you want to get as much information and facts as possible so that you can make the best possible decisions off that information as possible. So hope that helps. Anything else to add?
No, I mean, it might even seem a little complicated on a video, but meeting in person and actually working through a whole strategy of going from selling your home to purchasing another, I can assure you that it comes off a little bit better in person.
Yeah, it seems like a lot. It seems overwhelming, and it is. And there's a lot of emotional duress that happens through it. But if done with the right plan, the right attention to detail, and the right communication, it can be done. It can be done very seamlessly. So hope this helps. If you have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to reach out to us. And if you'd like to see any topics covered in the future, don't hesitate to let us know. We'd be happy to cover them. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.